Okay. I just had like an aha moment in realizing a lot of things, like why women are oppressed, not just now, not just currently, but just throughout the course of time. Why powerful women are demonized and reproduction and stuff like that. A lot of time people would try to shame women for being barren, you know what I'm saying, and not having children or, things of that nature. See, the revelation I just had was that men know that women is powerful and more powerful than them, and that they need us for survival. They know this shit, right? So whether they know this on a conscious or subconscious level, they feel like in order for masculinity, I guess, to survive, it's like a urge to reproduce. You know what I'm saying? The sad thing is, like, they don't have no interest. Like, not all men, because some men will stick around and want to see what they have helped procreate or help create. So, but when they don't marry you or don't have a financial back end to, like, what's the word, to support you, or to say, okay, you're mine, or whatever the case is, then they impregnate you. And even though this shit be working against them, like, bro, you gonna get put up for child support, shit like that. They don't be giving a fuck about the consequences. They don't think about that shit. It's just, I want to say a primal instinct to want to have their legacy live on, even though a lot of them ain't even interested in taking care of their legacy. And one size don't fit all, so don't feel like I'm just putting all men into one category, because that's not the case. And then when, she can't have children or something like that, like, a dude don't even have to be with a woman, but he'll come for her on about having children and shit like that. They thirst for power is crazy. Y'all know y'all ain't superior over women. So the only way you can feel, well, I ain't gonna say the only way, that's not a good selection of words, but one of the ways that you attempt to attain power, even if it does something for your ego and not making sense, logical sense, but your ego, it's like your primal instinct and your ego go hand in hand. And yeah, I think men be going fishing for strong women. Something I've seen in my lifetime, especially since I've been on this spiritual journey. I seen guys, oh God, I call them hotep brothers. They go after them they love spiritual women. I even heard about how men want to fuck spiritual women when they, let's just say, under possession or whatever, because they want to extract that power from her. If she has a supernatural gift. Spirit, you was talking tonight, boy, this morning. But they have supernatural gifts. See, some men got a certain type of woman, and they don't even be going after the woman for the sake of wanting to build with her, but to extract her power in ways of sexual deviance and other methods. You bastards. Y'all like, There's so much I want to say, but I try not to get emotional. I just want to channel. Man. I'm going to pull some cards right quick, simply because I got cards in my hand. I want to see what Spirit got to say about this, you know. I take the channeling as true from Spirit, but I definitely want to see what the cards got to say. And we got the 10 of diamonds on the bottom. A completion, an accomplishment, reaching goals and shit. Wait. No, that's ones. I always get that. Earth energy, diamonds, pentacles. So Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Completion. See, the tactics that people been using for so long are being exposed. People are talking now. They're not suppressing, they're expressing. And so all that gray area shit, and this is the age of Aquarius. All that shit getting exposed. I'm over here. Let's get 2 cards, okay? Let's get 2 cards. Watch my posture. You got the Jack of Spades. The Jack of Clubs. And the King of Clubs. What I see missing in this is a queen. So you got the king and you got the jack, right? So what I get from this reading without even reading the cards is like there's a missing piece. And that missing piece is the woman, like, give me some clarification on that missing piece. I'm going to tell you a story that came out, or a message. sometimes I like to stick to the thing, but when spirit want to do what it do, it's going to do what it do. You feel me? So what I got when I saw them cards, when I first saw them, was masculinity wanting instant gratification. They don't want, it's like lack of patience, lack of discipline, just want the reward without the hard work type thing. So you just want to skip all that just to get to the victory. But that ain't the way that life works. So the missing piece of your puzzle is the queen. You understand what I'm saying? And your narrative for so long has been man this, man that, father this, God that, you know. And the other thing that I see in this reading is like where it's a classic case of, let's say, a male and a female starting off. I mean, a male and a female who are the same age, right? And they're young and they're dating. And as time passes, the maturity level of the woman is greater than the male's, right? And so she starting to see things for what they are, and basically holding him accountable. And instead of him taking in these, let's just say, painful truths or hard facts in order to do some introspection, he then scapegoats real life situations. He scapegoats internal conflicts. And so he skips over that queen, right? He skips over that queen. Now, look at this. This is a jack, right? Look at the jack. I want to give a little brief history because I'm going somewhere with this story with the king to the jack. Now, most people, such as myself, anytime with playing cards I seen a jack, I just simply assumed that it is a male, right? Well, this is not necessarily true, okay? As when I see the jacks, I see like a non-binary card, but I see more so like someone who's younger, someone who is entry level, new to the game energy. And this could be male or female. You understand? Male or female. So I had to explain that. So let's just say in this case, again, male or female. So we don't have to just automatically assume in this reading that we are talking about a male that is attracted to another male. That don't have to be the case, okay? Because the jack could serve as a male or a female. But somebody that is entry level, maybe younger or new to the game or not well versed or someone who's inexperienced, okay? So the jack, and I'm going to just emphasize, if you notice, like the king, right? He has a beard. He has, facial hair and things to let you know that he is male. Whereas The Jack has a plain face, like young, that type of thing. So let me just, okay, follow the story that I'm telling, right? The storyline where, okay, so when I looked at this reading immediately, like I said, this is what I had, the King and the Jack, right? Or yeah, the King and the Jack, right? And the thing that I first honed in on was the fact that what's between the Jack and the King, and that's the Queen, right? Okay, the Queen is missing. The Queen is missing. That was the message, right? All right. So again, back to my storyline. A male and a female, let's just say, or two people, two males, two females, you get my drift. Two people, let's just say, of the same, who probably, in a sense, was seen on the same playing field at one point in time. Whereas, and the King and the Queen, follow me now. The King and the Queen, right? They were on the same platform, on an equal platform. Equal responsibilities, things of that nature. 50-50. Right? So, let's just say they started off at entry level in the beginning. And they worked their way up. But as time gone, the Queen did what needed to be done. She surpassed the King, right? In a sense of maturity, or in a sense of awareness, in a sense of responsibilities and actions. And as when I say Queen, I think of mother, maternal energy, nurturing, right? So her saying to the King, hey, these are some things that I've noticed that you might need some help in. I can help you. And him, because a lot of men or kings fall victim to a thing called ego, or false sense of self. So a lot of men, they should misguided by the patriarch, right? So they social norms put them under pressure to be something, to live up to a certain standard, right? And deep down inside, male, female, no matter, human experience, motherfuckers be scared. And they have real life human experience, like emotions and shit. So instead of dealing with it, or speaking out, or being vocal, or asking for help, or doing what's necessary, they bottle it up, or they act it out in their false sense of themselves. The ego. Okay? So Queen is like, listen, I see the light. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you need to do. Right? So, if under the conditions of the patriarch, you're going to start looking at the Queen as if, if you not, what's the word, receptive to understanding wisdom. So if you on this whole power trip shit, right? And under the rulership of patriarchy, you already feeling superior in a sense and trying to live up to the standards of the patriarchy. So when truth hits you And it's coming from a woman that teaches you that patriarchy teaches you that a woman is, beneath you, quote unquote. So, oh, you too masculine. Oh, you trying to be like me. Like on their eyes was watching God, and they were all out on the porch. And Janie and Mel Starks, they had a little altercation pretty much in the public eye, where he tried to come for her, not give. See, this all brings it back home. He was coming for her for not having children, because she was like 40. And he tried to come for her and talk about a shape and all of that in front of the public eye. So when she came for him about the truth about him, like, hold up, you talking about me? Da 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 da. Imagine all that she held in and didn't say, but he tried to come for her for his ego's sake, to make him feel good about himself, because he was frustrated with his own inner demons. And so he gonna take it out on Janie. And Janie checked his ass, right? And then he slapped the shit out of her, because he had to assert some authority and be, you can't come from an ego like that. And the whole point brought this shit up was because the homeboy in the background said, man, I kill my own self before how you say that shit? I'd rather be shot dead than hear about my own self. Bro codes and unspoken, like, pacts that dudes make with their egos and each other to suppress the woman. Because he knew all along what the fuck she was. And in order for him to feel powerful. Because, like, yo, I'm not lying when I say this. This is all in the reading. But males are mutated females. Look up the first 20 weeks of gestation of pregnancy, okay? Don't take my word for it. Google is your friend. But back to this reading, okay? I just channeled all of this, but I'm going to get back to this reading, okay? So, back to this whole, they started off on equal playing field. The females surpassed, right? So, instead of accepting truth about himself and doing the inner work to heal himself, for it to be an equal give and take, what does he do? Disregards her and finds someone younger. Do you understand? I can't deal with somebody knowing more than me. I can't deal with a woman smarter than me. So who you go for? The young, naive, pretty ones you throw up in her face. She give me 3 kids. She give me 5 kids. Meanwhile, she is over here miserable as fuck. Now, this ain't definitely all got to be about male-female shit, but listen. The storyline itself. Let's just say 2 gay people. Narcissism don't know no color, race, or creed. That shit breeds in a lot and all across the board. So you might be dealing with a narcissistic motherfucker that's going through some type of midlife crisis in an early age and shit. So you know what I'm saying? It sound male and female, but I'm going to read this shit how I'm hearing it. So, the queen is missing. He goes to the jack. So listen, little young girls. Okay. A lot of y'all may have dealt with mothers or females who, when you got to a certain age, probably seen you as competition. Because that's the way the patriarch trained females. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't hear or have. Maybe people did talk to you and tell you, watch out for this, don't fall for this, don't fall for that. But dealing with men, older men who have dealt with women their age and shit like that, things that the women, they had learned from the women, they may have never told her, that woman who blessed him with that wisdom, but he took it in. But he took it in to use it to gain control, not in a way to excel his own life and to be self-accountable or just fall in harmony with how things are. That ego is something else. So young girls, listen. Find you. If your mother didn't do this for you, find a female, a maternal female energy spirit, whether it's somebody on YouTube or somebody in the community, but somebody that will nurture your femininity. And I mean that you should not try to find your femininity in masculinity or get some, like this is what I'm trying to say is like, instead of looking for validation of your femininity in a male, you should do so, or, you know, really, they say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, to me, the Holy Spirit is the mother, but they don't never give females no props, okay? And then, like, what is those things like Macbeth and things like that, or those Greek stories, whatever you want to call them. But what I'm trying to say is the mother made it in Chrome, okay? So seek the wisdom of an older woman and heed to what she's saying. When you hear words of wisdom, don't be so quick to brush it away. Like, oh, because a lot of older women ain't out here jealous. A lot of them are under the conditioning of the patriarch, but it's some of us that are very well awake and tapped into the divine feminine. And with that being said, sis, little queen, young lady, awaken the divine feminine in yourself, okay? Don't fall prey and be seeking validation. You gotta, self-love is the best love. And that goes for anybody, you know. That self-love is the best love part. That goes for all people, male and female. Cis and or bro, or however you identify yourself. Non-binary people, you too. You matter. I love you. I may not talk about you a lot because culturally and brought up and conditioned and you know, the patterns of life, I don't hear about those things often. So it hasn't really became a part of my vocabulary, but I do try to be aware of those things. So with that being said, like, whoever can take something from this message, get it. But you men folk who have allowed your ego to run the show, that the patriarchy and your thirst for power and having control over other people, you're mere vampires. Stop that shit. Okay? You're being exposed. We see you. There's discussions and panels and memes and posts all over social media, and there's studies, case studies, and things of that nature that is being done. Read People of the Lie, okay? By his last name is Peck, M. Scott Peck. Channels on YouTube like Permission to Exist, okay? She has another one called I can't remember, but there's a lot of content on narcissism. Narcissism and ego sometimes go hand in hand. Clarify was the King of Swords, okay? Absolute truth. You know, this is on some like Judgment Day, cut the bullshit, your tactics, all of that stuff is being made clear. Your folly is being made clear to everyone. The games you've been running for decades and centuries and shit, the gig is up. This is all about absolute truth. No matter how ugly your truth, your tactics don't work no more. You being exposed. So your truth, y'all need to see the truth for what it is, and many of y'all gonna either allow the truth to uplift you, and you do the inner work, and you do the healing, and you do elevate, and those mothers, those women, you know, some of them probably willing to forgive you, but some of them have moved the fuck on. But y'all gonna sink or swim. Y'all got y'all Judgment Day coming. I'm telling you, it's here. It ain't coming. It's the fuck here. Your tactics will go on dating with younger women. And these younger women is your justice. You understand? Don't think they slow. Shit gonna come back. Y'all gonna use the same tactics because that's all y'all know. But peace.